Messenger Menace Conspiracy Radio Friday Night Live show, the Hard Copy magazine. I'm joined by a group who have a crazy buzz right now. Crazy buzz all over the internet, from complex.com to misinfo to now right and beyond that. How you doing, guys?
Good, man.
How you doing? No problem, no problem. So first and foremost, I have to ask you, how did you come up with the name, the Airplane Boys, and what does it mean?
Yeah, basically, we used to be called Rod Steady, and we were really confused, or people were really confused with the name. And 2 years ago, we knew we needed a change. We were growing musically as people, and we wanted something that, just meant flight and just moving forward in general. And, we were joking around, and Manny was like the Airplane Boys. And our band director, Warren, we all kind of had a laugh about it, but then me and Manny were like, yo, let's do that. That's what it is. We just kind of put meaning behind it as well, because his father was a plane engineer. My father was a pilot in their days where they were dreaming and living out what they wanted to do. So in essence, we're just paying homage to them,
Nice. I don't know if you want to expand on that, elaborate, speak from your perspective.
Well said.
All right, so this change of name was to represent, obviously, this shift of artistic expression and this big transition you mentioned. What was the difference between being in a creative space as Rocksteady and being in a creative space as this group now, the Flight Boys, the Airplane Boys, should I say?
Yeah. No, we get that. That's cool.
Okay.
It was, Rocksteady as an R-W.
That's exactly right.
People were confused with Rocksteady. I didn't want to be confused with that, because they're legendary. The difference is, as an artist,
legendary.
the difference is our sounds and our minds were expanding in terms of the sound, and the name Rocksteady, only hardware, built an umbrella for organic sounds and colors like red, orange, you know what I mean? Because we came from a jazz funk background, doing jazz festivals in Toronto, and as the Airplane Boys, we began to experiment more with the electro side of things. We're here in UK. We're gonna experiment with some dubstep things.
Nice.
We're looking to just have no limits as the Airplane Boys.
Now, you mentioned you starting out performing live with jazz musicians. How much would you say the process behind your music exists of the strength of improvisation versus you guys consciously planning to record a song?
Improvisation is the best. Anything that's natural is best in terms of connection with human beings or music. Anytime you script or you try and prepare yourself, trying to talk to a girl, it always ends up, whack. But when you're natural and you let your charm and your strengths take over of things, the process becomes beautiful. So when we walk into a studio, we always try our best to keep things very natural. Whether that means don't listen to music, so we keep it raw. We're just very organic. Nothing's in our head when we go into the studio, or we have dialogue with people heading to the studio just to get inspired. It's very natural.
Now, you mentioned the process. What's a typical studio session for you guys like? What roles do you usually take yourselves in the studio? Who handles what?
Well, with where we've been, at least, we were really pressed for time. We didn't have a lot of money. We had an hour to record some tracks, and they would have to be done that day. Born to Be, Sleep. Those tracks all came about in an hour. So it was good training for us, and overall we just kind of bounce ideas off each other, and what goes. We were really honest with each other, and we remain honest. That's one of the key things that we've learned over the years that we've been friends and growing, is we just got to be honest with each other. If it's whack, it's whack. If not, then